Good morning, everybody. Today is February the 3rd, which is a Wednesday of 2021, our new year. It's a big ass cup of coffee. I need this. Um, I got so much to share. I didn't really sleep at all last night. The information I'm about to share is really personal. So I'm mixing my personal life with education to other young ladies. So it's a little truth in it. And then some of it is from past experiences. This video is intended for the younger women. I do have a daughter out here that is blooming into a woman, and it's to provide guidance because when I was growing up, I didn't have the guidance. You know, it was a lot of bump my head and try to figure it out, and I'm still trying to figure it out at my age. So the information and from my experiences, I'm trying to stop the next person from having the same experiences because they were not so pleasurable. It's important to mentor our children and talk to them even if they don't want to listen. Um, Try to get through them however way you can because life has so many twists and turns, ups and downs, roller coasters that sometimes it's hard to hold on, you know? And I'm almost 50, believe it or not. Yes, I'm almost 50, and I am still going through the same BS that I was going through at a younger age, just now older. And it appears differently, but it's pretty much the same thing. So, what I have learned is to not use my heart um, and use my head. So that means um, choosing someone not just because I love them, but because of the benefits that I can I can gain from this person. Um, I want a mate that can give me knowledge about things and teach me things and show me things versus me teaching them and showing them I'm the woman, I'm the prize. And as a woman, we need to allow our men to pursue us. Once the roles flip and you as the woman start pursuing the man, then you have released all of your all of your power, um, because a man wants to pursue a woman, and when a woman pursues a man, it's not really something he's worried about because he believes you're going to be there all the time, and you become pretty much invisible, um, and expected to be there regardless if you're there or not. So he doesn't treasure you as much as the woman that he's pursuing. Just think about it. As you get older, things starts to change, and it's harder for you to meet people and things like that because you're more cut off. You're not in so many open spaces to meet people, and then you start to gain. You start to not gain, but you start to mingle in places to be social with other people, such as bars and clubs and sometimes coffee houses or libraries and things like that. You know, gathering at different places and depends on where you're gathering. You may or may not meet someone of quality, but you may meet someone. Give me one moment. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. So, like I was saying, you may meet someone, but You know the quality of the person that you meet by the interactions that you have, the conversation, and um, how they treat you. How a person treats you is very important, and you sometimes have to treat people how to treat you. Because everybody is not used to the same things, and some people allow things that you shouldn't allow. Um, so you have to set your own standards, and you keep those standards. Uh, and a lot of times people will try to trick you. And as a woman, we're emotional beings, very emotional. Um, and we latch on to people because it's our nature. That's the way God made us. Is doesn't mean that we're bad people or we're clingy or anything like that. It just means that we're loving people and we have a lot to share and we're expecting to share it with the person that we're with. Now, if that person is not willing to adapt or work with you, then that person is pretty much telling you that they're not the person for you and you're pretty much wasting your time. Uh, this conversation is very important to me, and I want to get the words right. I want to communicate the right messages to you because it's everything to me to guide the next woman in the right direction so she doesn't have to bump her head or become the next what is it, 3 minutes of fame on TV from having a bad experience that almost cost her her life. Um, People will put up a front, and this video is for my women, but men, there are some situations to where you're in touch with your feminine side, but you are a straight man, and sometimes females will play on that as well. So you have to protect yourself. But back to my ladies and my young women. Um, it's important to pay attention to those red flags that people send you and people give you, and pay attention and listen to what someone is saying to you. Because if you allow them to talk and shut the fuck up, be quiet and listen. Listen to what someone is saying to you because they will reveal everything if you just listen. Watch them. If their words and their actions are not the same, you already know what you're dealing with. Um, People come and go in your life, and they come for a reason or a season or a lesson. To me, they're all the same. Um, be careful. I know it's a lot of females out there that are single and you're lonely, and it's a shortage of black men out here. Um, and a lot of these guys know that, so they use that and they play that on us. And they'll block out a time for you and come visit you or spend time with you or take you out or whatever. And then as soon as your time is up, then you can't reach him because he's told you that he's busy, um, and he won't be able to talk. Well, while you're satisfied with the time that he blocked out for you and you spent with him, he's off with the next female doing the same thing. So you're thinking your interactions with him are meaningful, and maybe you may believe that you have a good friendship, but it's really not. You're just convenient. And I hate to say it. Um, if a guy really does like you and he is into you, he's going to show you and make you feel the things that you're insecure about. He's going to fulfill those insecurities and give you the comfort that you need. Um, a lot of us are damaged, and I mean as women, but if we're damaged, our men are damaged because they're damaging us. Um, and we have to recognize when someone's damaged. Don't go into something believing that you can change them or that you can fix them. You cannot fix someone. They have to do it themselves. And until they do it, you have to move out the way and allow them to move forward with the next person. And if you watch long enough, you will see that they're continuing the same behavior with the next person. And they're actually not in any better situation than what you were in. And a lot of times, it really doesn't last long. So don't get offended or jealous because the person that you love um, starts gaining a romantic interest in someone else and they're seeing someone else. Let them go. Let them go. I have an issue with that too. I have the biggest issue, and that is I try to make the person that I've been with my friend after the relationship is done. And what that does for me is it allows me to wean myself off of that person because they have been there for me in a lot of different ways. And I'm used to them being there. So being their friend at the end of the day, it allows me to see them for who they are and without the veil over my face and my eyes and my ears, and acknowledge that they're really not the person who I think they are, and things will pretty much never change. And a lot of times when you listen, people will contradict themselves and they'll pretty much all over the place with things because they still don't know themselves. They're still looking for direction, but because they're so manly, as you call it, they're not trying to seek help. Somebody try to tell them something, they get offended. They're not looking at who you are as a person and um, what you're saying to them as something helpful. Instead, they're taking it, internalizing it as if you're trying to belittle them. Well, sometimes the truth hurts. And with that hurt comes growth because you have to acknowledge it and accept things that are true and not made up that you could be dealing with. And that's a lot of us, and especially our black men. Um, I love my black men, and I really would like to stay within my race, but it's a lot of the men that I have dealt with are really damaged, and I'm damaged. I'm trying to fix myself. Um, I'm trying to go after my dreams and pushing for my career at my age because I wasted so much time in the past on relationships that has hindered me from my full potential and my growth. And um, so I find myself trying to put the pieces together. And what I'm going through right now, it's not just me. It's not just me. I listen to everybody. A lot of people my age are going through this as well. Younger generation, if you listening to this video, then you have one up on 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 life because you get to curve things that you see that are not right and bypass them and slide, right past the bullshit because people will try to feed you bullshit. Don't always go for the smile. Women, stop choosing guys for their looks, great sex. We gotta get past that. We really do. We have to focus on our future. You want to have children with a person that's going to be there for you and that child. You want to be with someone that's going to support you mentally, physically, and financially and emotionally. These are things that you owe yourself, and you are finding these things within your mate. I call it a life partner at my age. I'm looking for a life partner. I want a life partner. I think I found one. I'm not sure. Everything seems to be, roses so far. Little red flags here and there, but they're not really major. A lot of them are within me. Um, from the walls and things that I've put up and the standards that I put up that really are superficial. So you have to kind of juggle things um, and figure things out. But you have to focus on doing the right things for you and setting yourself up for success. But you cannot set yourself up for success for your future if you're hindering yourself by falling victim or falling prey knowingly, which is going to push you back, because that person's not going to help you with your career. They're not going to help you with your education. They're not going to help you pay your next taxes so you can go ahead and start your business and do whatever it is that you need to do, because their focus is not on you. Their focus is elsewhere. Please listen to me. These superficial relationships today, and where guys just want to be your friend and that's it, but they want to add sex to it, don't do it, because what you're doing is you're losing your power. If a man is working for something, he's going to work for it. If you're giving him something, he's going to take it and he's going to go. Focus on you and what you can get out of it. It's not all about the money. It's about the mental support, the emotional support, of course, financial. Okay, we're not going to exclude that, but you need someone that is going to be there for you. If you need to have a fucking flat tire in the middle of the fucking night and you call him, you want to make sure that he's going to pick up. If you're in a nightclub with your girls and things go fucking crazy and you need to get the fuck away and you need to make one phone call and you call that person, you want to make sure he picks up. He can't pick up if he's in the bed with the next female. He's not going to pick up. And then the next day, he's going to say, oh, I was so asleep. You heard the phone. You definitely heard the phone. You heard me calling. You seen a text, but you was with someone else, which prevented you from being there for me. Ladies, please hear me. We gotta wake up. Wake up. Forget the dude, the drug dealer, or the baller, and go after the nerd. What's wrong with the nerd? You could dress him up. Make him fall in love with you because he wants you. Believe it or not. Make him fall in love with you and y'all build and grow, because his mind is already on the prize. His mind is already on focus is on the career and growing and advancing. He just needs the right woman in his life to help be his backbone, to support him, and he will support you. That's what you want. That's what you need. Don't accept anything less. Someone that wants to grow and blossom and bloom with you, introduce you as who you are to him, to his family and his friends, um, enjoy life together. Those are the things that you want. And if you're entertaining the wrong energy, you're doing nothing but creating more negative energy, and it's going to grow and it's going to bloom, but it's also going to blow up. And then you're going to be sad. You're going to feel self-conscious. You're going to question yourself and things like that. Save all of that. Save all of that. And go into this shit with a clear head and a clear mind. Sex is not everything. Sex is definitely not everything. And if you're not careful, that same sex that you like will land you at the STD clinic, will land you on taking Truvada for the rest of your life because you got HIV or AIDS. Be careful. Don't just listen to me. Think about the things that I'm saying. I have nothing but the best intentions for you. If a man is with you one day and he's telling you that you're going to have a bright future, or you believe you're going to have a bright future, and he hasn't even said it, but then he's with somebody else, you have to let him go. It may hurt. You may kick, you may scream, but he's making the right decision for him, and you have to make the right decision for you. Because holding on to that, you're just holding on to hurt. And if you see that other lady and you talk to her, let's say if he's trying to juggle you and her, and you talk to her, ladies, you need to listen to your sisters, okay? Everybody is not the enemy. The other female is not the enemy here, okay? We're all dealing with the same shit. And if I was to come to you as a woman and say, hey, are you seeing this person? Because I'm seeing this person too. I'm not your enemy. I didn't do this. I didn't bring you into a relationship. Don't be mad at the other person, but you need to listen. That person may not have 100% truth in everything that they say, but believe me, there's some validity in some of the things that they're saying. And what you're doing when you X out the next woman, um, you're dividing the sisterhood, and you're creating the boundaries for these men to continue to take us and walk over us and do what they want to us and run through us. Listen to what I'm saying. You don't have to listen to every single thing, but you still need to listen, because there's a little truth in everything, especially these jokes that people say. Laugh, but listen. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to go ahead and end this. It is 11:18. My coffee is almost cold, and I'm really feeling some type of way. I have a whole lot going for me, and I have a lot on my plate, and I'm doing everything that I can to do what I need to do to maintain and sustain and to build myself and the others that are around me. I will no longer try to talk to people individually, because people don't perceive things the same. And a lot of times they think you're talking down to them. I don't know how. When you're trying to help them, you're giving them information, but people receive information differently. So this is my video to you young ladies. This is my video to you sisters, whether you're black, white, African, or Chinese. Um, this is me wanting you to accept better and be better. I want to see more of us happy. And until we are happy with ourselves and content with ourselves, we're going to continue to allow people in our life to fulfill a void that they're creating a void. Because what they're doing, if you pay attention to what I just said, they're taking up space that we want to be filled, but they're filling up the space with emptiness because they have nothing to give you. Y'all have a good evening. I'm done.